Hi everyone, Peter Liciaga here, and hope you guys are doing great today. I love what I did with this, and I geek out on when I do my presentations on my lives. So I like what I did here. I just totally geeked out on this the screen. I feel like I'm on my TV show, and that's me. Okay. Anyway, guys, let me just share with you parents some things that I've been thinking about after several conversations that I have with parents, and I have these conversations every single day. Of course, many of you guys know I'm a master instructor at Donato Karate Center in Mount Laurel, New Jersey, and I see parents every single day. We have over 300 students, and daily I am in conversations with students and their parents. And it's not uncommon for me to be in several conversations with parents about their kids. We're talking about whether it's focus or getting their child more disciplined or having a child to have just more confidence or maybe believing in themselves. And so I've been spending some time really digging deep in finding ways to share with parents different ideas. And so today I want to talk about building blocks of parenting. Now I'm just going to share four, and I'm not going to. I'm sure this list is an exhaustive list, so you guys can come up with your ideas. Just add to the comment section below to this list. But these are my four that I'm going to share with you today on this video. And if you want to find out more information about our program at Donato Karate Center, you just go right there, donatokarate.com, find out about our beginner schedule, and you can find out about our special that we have going on right now. And of course, I have resources for parents, and you'll see that right over here on this side here, my little handheld smartphone there for parents resources. Go to newstudent.info, and parents have been loving that, and I'm doing the best that I can to add more information there. So let me know if there's something that you would like me to add there. Just let me know in the comment section below. You can also text me. A lot of parents have really been taking advantage of our technology, contacting me with the smartphone through texting. Now, I recommend you text. Don't call the number. You'll get my machine. But if you text me, more than likely I will respond to you within seconds, if not minutes, or if I'm in the middle of a class or I'm in a conference with a parent or in a meeting, then I'll contact you right after that. But the voice messages, more often than not, I don't answer that till I maybe do that once a day, that I'll see who it is, then I move on. Okay, so you can text me, 856-278-5282, and the number's right there on the screen. So anyway, building blocks of parenting. What do you think is involved in being an effective parent? I'm going to share four things. And there's something that I learned from the Bible as a Christian. There's a scripture in there that I think it's applicable to no matter what your core beliefs are. This is applicable. It's a great mindset. It's a great idea. And the idea is simply this, is that we as parents are to train up our children in the way they should go, and so that when they are older, they will not depart from it. So the idea behind that, at least this is what I embrace, is that my job, my role as a parent and even as a teacher, is to raise up these children, my child, my children, and my students, or any child that I am, I have the opportunity to teach. That my job is really to teach them the way they should go, and it's very important that we understand the word should go, should, and not will go, but should go. And a lot of times I know as a teacher and definitely as a parent, when I teach a lesson to my child, I hope that they will do it right now. But more often than not, that won't happen. I mean, we may have glimpses, we may see them embrace a lesson and then right away implement that lesson and then live their life, with the wisdom that we've learned through our lives. But more often than not, we're teaching them, and they'll get it one day, maybe not today. So the idea is, as a teacher, as a parent, is to teach with the hope that they're going to learn it. They're going to actually utilize it, use it, implement it, execute on this lesson one day. And we never know when that day is going to be, right? And we hope it happens today. If not today, then tomorrow. But we know, and this is the hope that I have, that the lessons that I teach, that my child or my student will one day embrace it, because life's going to throw a challenge at them, and in that moment when they are confronted with a challenge that they are overwhelmed and overcome by, in that moment of desperation, they are going to draw on lessons. They will ask themselves, what shall I do? And they're going to recall lessons that they've been taught, since childhood. And they will remember those lessons if we as parents, as teachers, continue to remind them every day of these lessons. And this is something I've been talking about with parents, this idea of raising up a child the way they should go, so that when they are old, they will not depart from it. And many parents, regardless of what their beliefs are, will embrace that idea, and they say, yes. So, because right now we have this expectation that they are going to get the lesson that we give them and right away do it. It doesn't happen that way. So we as parents, if we go with this intention, this mindset that, okay, I'm going to teach the lesson, I want my child to do it right now, we're going to find ourselves extremely frustrated and upset more often than not. So let us go with the mindset that let's teach the lesson and have the hope that one day that they will use this lesson. But my job as a teacher, as a parent, is just to basically teach the lesson. Okay, so that's the mindset. Building blocks of parenting. I believe that it's going to be empowering for us parents and teachers to really have this mindset. And my job simply is to teach the lesson and to do the best that I can to use my words, my actions, all that I have available to me to teach my students, the lessons that they need to learn. Okay, so with that being said, the number one thing, the block is be positive and have the mindset to continue to always know that it will always turn out great, and that what our children are doing at that moment is a lesson that they're learning, and and we can help them find the lesson in whatever they're experiencing in that moment, whether it's a great experience or a hurtful experience, painful experience. That our job is really to have the right attitude to help guide them, direct them, so that they can learn from that lesson. So my number one building block is really have this positive attitude, this mindset where we're going to raise up our children in the way they should go, and always teach every moment, to take every single moment to teach them, to give them the lesson, good, bad, whatever the experience, that our attitude is to show them the lesson so that they can grow. And of course, we can reflect back on our own lessons of life, and we'll see the most powerful, the most valuable lessons that we have were from our most painful, our most challenging experiences in our life. And so if we have this attitude that, you know what, every experience is a great experience. If you can learn from it, good or bad, doesn't matter. That's having a great attitude. Okay, so that was number one building block, having a great attitude. Okay, next building block would be having this mindset just to help them along the way, to not be a crutch to our children. Of course, I spoke several months ago about different stages of parenting. So depending on the stage of parenting you're in, we can help our children, but we need to be mindful of the stage of parenting we're in. And so maybe helping them learn how to tie their shoe, how to hold the spoon, and how to hold a fork and not poke themselves in the eye, to where we can help them learn the lesson. If they are a young adult, help them learn the lesson and maybe be a confidant to them. Okay, and so have this mindset where we're there to help, assist, guide, and all is dependent on our stage of parenting that we're in, on the stage of parenting that we're in. But a building block is always be there to help them and have that positive attitude. Number three, of course, you guys add your building blocks, your ideas, comment section below. These are just four that have come to mind, that I basically wrote these four down based on the conversations that I've been having with parents over the last, indefinitely, since I've been with Donato Karate Center. I've been with Donato Karate for 20 years now, and so every day, conversation with parents. So these are the four that I really thought resonated with me. And so I want to share them with you. So next one, number 3, is respect. Respecting your child, respecting their lesson, respecting who they are, respecting that they are learning at their pace, and we're just respecting that they are individuals regardless of their age, that they have their own likes and dislikes, they have their own idiosyncrasies, whether we like it or whether it rubs us the right way, or it doesn't matter. We've got to respect our children regardless of their age. And so this a building block, that has to be one of our building blocks. Respect, respect, respect. I know as a parent, it's really challenging for me, and I have to be very, very self-aware of how I'm speaking and how I'm acting, my facial expressions, when it comes to what my children are doing and what our students are doing. Because if they're a 4-year-old, they're going to do things that are going to not make any sense. And but it makes sense to us. We'll ask them, well, why are you doing that? They're going to say, oh, I don't know. Simply because they're in that stage where they're exploring, they're experimenting, they're testing the boundaries. And so we've got to respect that. We've got to respect that they're going to try things, they're going to push the boundaries, they're going to find and push your buttons. And we got to respect that learning process. And then we've got to stay cool. We've got to keep our wits about ourselves and not let the situation get out of hand where it disrupts our world. And we respect where they are, and we implement some tools like breathing and staying calm, and us maintaining our composure as they go through whatever they're going through. So we've got to respect our children, respect their experiences, respect what they do, and give it the right appropriate action. So this is where the ABCs of self-defense comes in handy, doesn't it? Be aware, assess the situation, and move to the right appropriate action. Okay, guys, be calm. That's the B. Be calm. Don't panic. Communicate with confidence, and don't make a situation worse by losing your cool. Okay, so anyway, respect your children, respect their experiences, respect where they are in their growth, and let's just keep that as one of our building blocks that we as parents are making stronger every single day. Okay, the fourth one and the last one is being affectionate and being tender with our children. And I do the best that I can on my kids. They're my son's 15, going to be 16. He's a young man. My daughter's a young lady, and I still, with respect to their ages, with respect to their character, with respect to their boundaries and their personalities, I want to make sure that I do the best that I can to be affectionate and tender to my kids with respect to where they are in their lives. So I have to be very thoughtful about this, but the power of affection and tenderness is so powerful, and this is why I want to keep it as a building block. And so I love, I'll go get a hug from my son, but I'll do it in a way that's with respect to him as an individual. Same thing with my daughter. And so parents, we need to continue, as we go through the stages of parenting, to continue to be affectionate and tender with our children, because we want to make sure that we lead the way in this, which brings me to the final thing I want to say to you guys is this: the most important part of us being a parent really does involve our character. And much of what we teach our children will be caught by what we do, not so much by what we teach them, even though we will be teaching them. I have a saying that I picked up that I haven't heard anyone else say it, but the idea is this, is that let my actions teach, and let my words bring understanding. And so it's our character that our children are going to watch, and their characters are going to be shaped for the most part by our example, by our character, by what we do, and yes, by what we say. So we have to be mindful of that, parents. So make sure that we're doing the best that we can to be tender and affectionate with our children, be able to build this idea to continue to respect our children regardless of their age, and to always be willing and ready to help them, no matter what stage of parenting you are, whether you are in the beginning stages where you're directing and guiding them, you're basically doing things for them and you're telling them what to do, to where you are counseling them coaching them, or where you're basically being a guidance counselor for them, or where you're just a confidant. Always be willing to help them and assist them. There's sometimes you'll do it without them asking, but as they get older, you have to make sure you get permission to do that. This way you let them grow. But if they ask for help, then you be discerning there. Sometimes it's the best help that they can get is you stepping aside and letting them figure it out themselves. So you have to be discerning about that. But that might be a way to help. So you have to be discerning about that. And then, of course, having this positive attitude, the right attitude, always learning the lesson in every experience is the best attitude. And sometimes it's going to be painful, and you go on this journey, but their journey is their journey. But you want to have this positive, the right attitude. Okay, guys? So that's what I have for you guys today, and those are my thoughts. If you could add to that, please do. And I look forward to hearing from you guys. Other than that, guys, if you want to get a hold of me, you can text me 856-278-5282. You want to find out more about the resources that I have for parents, go ahead and go to newstudent.info. If you're interested in martial arts for your child and you have a 3.5-year-old, we teach as young as 3.5 years old, and you're interested in martial arts, you can definitely go to donatokarate.com. That's where I teach in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. Okay, other than that, guys, have a great day. Talk to you guys soon. Take care.